Some special guests in Suburban Ford 7 Sportscape today, decking it out with some Michigan State flavor, some students from the journalism program over there. Hey guys, what's going on? Enjoying yourself? Enjoying themselves, and of course, someone who's always enjoying himself is Mike Foss. And I can tell you, when he looks at Twitter at all the stuff that people say about me, he just has a great time with it. Mike, got anything you can air today potentially about our show here?
We had to sift through it a little bit. I had to get it by standards and practices because it's a family show. But we did manage to comb through Twitter and find some stuff suitable for air here on the Cave this morning. So let's get right into it. See what the people are tweeting us using the hashtag 7Sportscave. Steven chiming in on the Lions, saying the Lions offensive coordinator finally using the weapons that they have. Theo Riddick is a big part of the offense, which obviously we did see a lot of on Thursday. P says the way for MSU to finally get respect is to stop acting like a victim and stop talking about Michigan when they win. Jeff says the Spartans are peaking at just the right time. Maybe Harbaugh should have spent more time wandering that graveyard. And finally, Rick, who's somebody, might be somebody Justin knows just a little bit. Football and basketball top 5 for MSU. No better time to be a Spartan, guys.
Right. Yeah, no, there's no better time to be a Spartan, especially with that basketball team going for a championship tonight in the Wooden Legacy Classic out in California. But I think the first question that we got about Theo Riddick, I mean, fantasy football players out there who picked up Riddick maybe off waivers or really late must be loving that. He's like top 5 PPR, just crushing it. But he's also been one of the most consistent performers for the Lions this year.
Yeah, I think a large part of all the weapons being utilized now is they've corrected some of the offensive line issues. Simplifying the blocking scheme was a big thing, and now they can utilize Riddick, utilize Golden Tate, utilize Calvin Johnson even more effectively. Matthew Stafford's numbers have obviously ticked up, but Riddick, I think, is the best receiving back in the NFL right now. I think he's thrust himself into that conversation. He's leading all running backs in receptions, and no reason he can't continue to do so.
And when we talk a little bit about that whole talking about Michigan when Michigan State wins, again, I think that the two will forever be tied together. Absolutely. Simply based upon geography. You can't have one without the other, really. But it does this season, and if anything, with the way Michigan State's playing, the way Michigan had played, it's got to be exciting for Michigan fans out there to know that this rivalry is going to mean a lot every year.
Absolutely. Look, last time we were talking here after the big game, of course, Michigan State. It's a rivalry again for the first time in many years. It's a national rivalry. And the Big Ten East, you might have the best division maybe even this year.
Oh, yeah.
In college football. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, Penn State's got to get its act together and do its part because Penn State, I think a lot of people down there are not happy with how James Franklin took that last loss. Some of the former players, people within the program, kind of going after Mr. Franklin a little bit. All right, coming up next, hey, does anyone want any free Pistons tickets? Because we've got them. Stick around. I'll tell you how you can win those as the Suburban Ford 7 Sportscape rolls on. Oh!